to share this shit out though. We're live. We're all the way live. All the way live. All right. Oh man. I think it's World War V going on right now.
Only where we're at.
Jeez Louise. Alright. They're making me do all the most extra shit right now. Alright. So we live. I'm gonna share this after the fact. Beautiful ladies and players worldwide, I am the only NOWDAZE. I'm here with the one and only
DJ High IQ. Favorite DJ.
Yes indeed, yes indeed. And what's up from KC? Sup. What's up, man? So we are doing a podcast situation thing. And be doing this every Wednesday. We're gonna be playing music, we're gonna be talking movies, we're gonna be talking fashion, we're gonna be talking pop culture. What else?
I think that's pretty much it after that point.
All the cool shit, all the dope shit. Touring, we've met a lot of you guys. And in the midst of that, we realized a lot of y'all are dope as shit. You have like, you guys are dope. Like I would hang out with you. So
and we don't talk to them enough.
We don't.
We don't.
And it would be expensive as shit to like personally hang out with everybody. So internet, bitch. Yeah. All right. So, you know, let me know if you guys can hear it. Can you hear us well on the thing? Can you see us? Do we look like Nintendo Genesis footage?
Nintendo Genesis. Nintendo Genesis.
Shit.
You gonna make so many dorks upset with that.
His brain just exploded. Y'all can hear it? All right, bet. So please share this because
we haven't figured out how to do it.
Yeah, we haven't figured this shit out.
We're gonna be honest here.
Just keeping it a buck. So share it on whatever your thing is of hold on. Yo. All right. Was that really loud on your shit? Hope you didn't have headphones on. My bad.
Eardrums exploded.
All right, that's no sound.
Hold on, they haven't been hearing us?
No, they have been hearing us.
Oh, okay.
But it's like this little dot. It's only like, it's not like.
I'm about to say, we look like sociopaths. We've just been talking to ourselves.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how loud are we? They say RIP eardrum. My bad, player. My bad. Oh shit.
Yo, think about somebody that got this acting like that.
That's fucked up.
They do not appreciate how loud you just
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. All right, okay.
RIP eardrum. Best comment so far.
All right, so DJ High IQ just got back in town. You want to tell the people where you've been, what you've been doing? Because I haven't heard the stories yet.
Little
Daddy, hold on, little daddy, you been out of town, huh? You went to New Orleans, huh?
Yeah.
Festival, yeah.
Fest, yeah. I spent, I think, 4 or 5 days. After so long, they all run together in New Orleans, and I'm about 15 beignets heavier.
Yeah.
And down there, Essence Fest, which is a beautiful thing because it's not a lot of things there where you get to see a mass amount of black faces.
Right.
And New Orleans is not a huge place, and where everybody congregates is small. So everybody's typically in the French Quarter. So it's all these black faces essentially there. I didn't actually go to the fest itself. I did drop in on a Big Frida and Manny Fresh show, which was dope, and a lot of rappers could learn a lot about putting on the show when it comes.
I did peep that. I was thinking like that combination to put Big Frida up there with Manny Fresh seemed like that was like crazy.
It was very like they actually followed each other up, and Big Frida goes on first.
Okay.
Big Frida goes on first. and she has 4 background dancers, and they actually.
Yo, I've never seen an ass literally do this. Like it
There
rolls.
was 4 of them in unison.
Yeah, and it's like how it's like it's not attached to their body the same way as other.
That's their blood. Like
wow.
That's them. And just being out and about, just it just happens. Something comes on, there's
a
love
special thing in New Orleans with the way they just roll
their asses. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Like whenever was it Twisty said make that ass roll like a 24.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sounds improbable. But when you go to New Orleans, they literally
all day long, all day strong. And
cool.
And Main Fresh is cool too. Main Fresh is cool too. He's been kind of stingy at first because here's the sad part. People sleep on Manny Fresh. Like he really had a 5-year run, and he really could just perform stuff that he's produced, just running those records because he's DJing now. And so actually he still puts on a good show. He just running through hits. He takes you through a lot of different eras and a lot of different things. So that was dope. So Essence Fest had a ball. New Orleans food is amazing.
Banging.
City is amazing.
Right.
Artwork everywhere. It's one of the most colorful, vivid cities I've ever seen. So
this nigga sound like a travel agent. It's one of the most colorful, vivid cities.
It definitely is. It definitely is. I can't wait to upload all my photos.
I want to see if it's possible to run this on Facebook at the same time that we're running it on here. Let's see what this shit does.
See if you can just go live on 2 different. Just have them both run simultaneously.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully nothing crashes. Let's see what happens.
I think he's trying to put the eardrums back together.
All right, here we go. All right, so now, all right, so we live on Facebook and on YouTube, I think. It looks like we're live on both. And the world is still intact. Am I still real? Are we still things? Are you still there? Oh, we're still here, and Yolanda Van is watching with us. What's up, Yolanda?
Hello, Yolanda.
What's the damn deal? All right, so you went to New Orleans, you went to Essence Fest. So, as me and many other young brothers have always wondered, go ahead. Was it Shea Butter Insanity? Was it?
It was a little bit of everything. It was rap. I think a lot of people like me, for instance, were just going like I will go next year just to be down there, just because of what it was. At one point, I don't know if you've seen the video, but it was a dude freestyling over a Common beat.
And Common walked up and started rapping with him. That was gangster.
I walked past that dude twice.
Who, Common?
No, the dude freestyling.
Oh yeah.
So like. Now,
sleeping on him. You should have used.
No, he was dope. No.
I saw he was hard.
He was hella hard. He was hella hard.
You bougie now, bro.
I'm bougie now. Nah, he was just like, but he was
bathrobe and you just go crazy.
with the second one on the way. But nah, like he was just like rapping, like almost like he really didn't, like he wasn't pushing anything.
That's right.
He was just really just rapping. Yeah, pretty much. So I had a ball. Your cell phone doesn't work for shit though.
Who, mine?
No, when you're down there, your cell phone won't work. It would.
No, I was calling you. I was wondering what the hell was going on. I figured.
No, the whole time I was down there, my reception was trash. But then again,
especially with that many people, it's probably super trash.
It's trash to begin with, being on the French Quarter because so many people are so close. Where I was staying was only 1.5 miles away.
Right.
So it's only going to. It was just trash. But definitely, it was a little bit of everything. It was a lot of ratchetness. It was a lot of people losing their lunch.
Down the ratchetness. I want in-depth ratchetness replay.
I think the most ratchet thing I saw was like chicks walking barefoot on Bourbon Street. You know how disgusting that is?
That's pretty disgusting.
That's really disgusting.
Like it's like cobblestone streets.
It's cobblestone.
It's hella like all of the germs and like filth and disease like rests in the crevices.
And like mind you, New Orleans has on Bourbon Street, it has rats.
Big ass rats.
Like real, not mice, not like
rats.
Rats. So it's a lot of 36-inch colorful weaves. It's a lot of Fashion Nova outfits that didn't come from Fashion Nova. This is how I knew it was gonna be ratchet. They have a
bootlegging Fashion Nova now.
Bro, there's a rainbow on Canal Street.
Oh, Rainbow's the OG though. Fashion Nova's low key bootleg rainbow.
Yeah, high key actually.
Wow.
But now there's a rainbow on Canal. And
one-stop shop.
One-stop shop. Yeah.
Did you go to you go back Neo's?
Of course.
The best.
Of course. Fuck them sweet potato
the best.
Yeah, with the Neo's.
Man, let me run through this room right quick. Let me shout everybody out, man.
This is
because I think it's more cracking over here. So we gonna go where the love is. All right. What up? Nick, what's happening? Jay Span, what's the deal?
Which page is Jay Span on?
What do you mean?
Man, Jay Span
got a bunch of them?
Yes.
Oh man, he's on Jordan Span.
We gonna start calling him Jay Spam.
Jay Spam, not Jay Spam.
Jay Spam. He got more pages than you got rings.
Bling blow. Little daddy. All right, so you
but yo, like, don't get me wrong though. It was just man. You know my thing for dark skinned women, yo.
All over down there. Right?
Oh man, glistening in that hot ass.
It was humid.
Fuck you. Heat advisory as soon as we got there.
Did you see any alligators?
I ate one.
What'd you get at Neo's?
Seafood platter.
What all does that consist of?
Stuffed shrimp, stuffed lobster tail. I got hush puppies, char grilled oysters, and sweet potato tot. Yeah.
Bye.
And then slept all the way from Kansas to Kansas City. Yo, and them beignets, man, had me so. It's pictures of me that was around the city, and
am I allowed to ask if you went Dolo or?
I want my homie.
Okay.
I want my homie. I mean, she's a woman.
Weird. I'm about to say you talking weird. He said my.
I want my
homie. My homie.
Yeah, my homie.
I'm gonna shut up.
No.
It just when niggas say I went with my homie, like nigga, have you ever called me your homie in life ever? Like
yeah, that's my fam. Oh, hey,
my nigga, my fam. That's
well, I'm not gonna call him. I'm not about to call him.
I went with my homie. That sounded awkward as shit.
Oh, the homie. She is the homie.
All right, it's homie. Shout out to the homie.
Shout out to the homie. Yeah.
That status was amazing.
High key, homie, probably watching right now.
What's up, homie?
What's up, homie? What's up, homie? Yeah. Actually, it really should be told.
Were you allowed to look or not?
No, here's why it was funny going with the homie and the homie being a woman.
He's just not with the homie.
It's the homie.
Home girl.
Whatever, man. Here's the funny thing about it. People don't know what to do. And the sad part is we kind of resemble one another.
What is going on here? You want your sister?
No, I'm 6'2", she's 5'11".
That doesn't the follow up.
But no,
we resemble each other.
But I'm not done.
I'm 6'2".
I'm 6'2", she's 5.
She's 6'2" too.
We're down near the same size.
Okay.
Both pretty much same hue, same big ass teeth, and we have like the same build, kind of.
Bro, this is weird.
We resemble one another, and so.
Are you built like a woman or?
Well, she's not really like. She's not the most curvy person.
Oh.
She's
burly.
No, I don't say she's burly. Nah, but she's
burly.
She's solid. She's standing.
She's solid.
She's standing like 190. So 6 feet 190. So she ain't missing no meal.
Y'all was down there moving shit around.
So like
y'all down there parting the crowd.
Yeah.
Waving niggas.
Oh, yo, when we come through though, like nobody.
Excuse me.
Yo, high key when we come through, it's no like. Oh, it's just like niggas just like, hey man, let them big broad niggas walk through.
Amazonian.
Like I said, she's like 5'11". On a light day, she's like 200.
Okay.
So she's, you know what I'm saying? So big ass shoulders, both got big ass teeth, noses, a whole thing.
Big baby.
Yeah. So we kind of look alike. But the thing is, people didn't know what to do. So I remember like a dude tried to holler at her, and he was like, hey, and she like spoke to him, and then he went, hey, like he couldn't figure out like what I was doing. Mind you, I'm not paying them no attention. Like, hey, like that's your thing. So the funniest story though is I took a picture of something. She wasn't paying attention. She kept walking. So a girl walking across the street was hollering, "Hey, little daddy!"
There's little daddy in you.
Hey, little daddy.
Little daddy.
Little daddy. What's up, little daddy? So I didn't realize at 6'2", 230 some odd pounds that I was now little daddy. I didn't know I was little daddy.
Ain't that crazy?
That was wild.
It's kind of tight though.
Now, mind you, she couldn't be no taller than 5'5", the girl that was hollering at me. And so she's yelling it from across the street. I didn't realize she was talking to me. So we're crossing the street until she's looking me in the face. She said, I said, what's up, little daddy?
She got aggressive with you.
Very aggressive.
Damn.
Now, what threw me off is all her girls was in like neon spandex. And I was just like,
they came to fight.
Yeah. And I was like, these hoes trying to figure out where my room at and gonna have like 10 niggas ransacking my shit.
Yeah. So, all with gold grills.
All with gold grills. Saying like, robbing me, and I can't understand what they saying. So I was just like, that's a no-go. This little daddy just gonna keep walking across the street.
All right.
So, and then also on Bourbon Street, I guess women enjoy running their fingers through my hair, which was kind of creepy.
That is. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
In New Orleans, everything that might just be a normal club occurrence, it feel like a little different. It feel like kind of voodoo-y. I don't know, like it feel like don't cook for me for real down there. Like I don't want you. I don't know what.
And the accent don't help. The accent don't help.
Yeah, it's kind of, but it's like it's weird. It's like a weird allure to it. It's kind of spooky, but kind of dope.
Hey, little daddy, your dreads nice. What you talking about?
Nigga, she left one of her hairs in your dreads, and now you're gonna be dreaming about her for a week. Some shit like that.
I kept stepping. Somebody's like, yo, like you was down there winning. I was like, man, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. And it's 4:30 in the morning on Bourbon Street.
New Orleans is hard though. So how was actual Essence Fest? Was the acts dope? I saw what's my boy named Jaquise. I seen him doing some little dance across the stage.
Now, see, here was the thing. I had no.
I like him, bro. He's lit. I don't know. He just got like a. I don't know.
I could see y'all working together. It'll be the most pompous studio session ever.
It'll be amazing. There'll be so many candles and incense.
So many vows getting sung. So many vows. I
do a cover of him covering a cover. That'd be the most meta whole world collapse type shit.
That don't even sound fun. That sounds
a cover of a cover of a cover.
That sounds horrible. But anyway, I didn't actually go to. I really wasn't that hip to the whole Essence Fest. The only reason I went was for the bounce party with Big Freedia and Manny Fresh.
Right.
That was the only reason I went. The thing about Essence Fest that I was really kind of not keen on is that it's so many acts, and they really didn't tell you who was going on when on what day until it was like getting close to it. Mm-hmm. And so I really just was like, and then come to find out, like you get tickets on Groupon for like $50
to Essence Fest.
So like the actual main thing. I was going. They have a bunch of like after set functions all around the city that you can go to. So Christian Combs, he had one. Albus Alsina had one.
Shout out to his last album, that S3 something had like 03 Greedo on it. Had like that's a cool album.
Yeah. And then August Alsina, before he stopped being able to walk, he had a party.
What do you mean stopped being able to walk?
Oh, I guess he got hospitalized for saying he lost his ability to walk.
Let's pray for August Alsina, man. Seriously, he seems like he's always sick or something bad's happening to him. He doesn't seem like he's in very good health.
Whatever it is, still not gonna get him a hit.
Yikes.
Well, hold on. First off, why are we yiking? Just 6 months ago, you saw about how he potentially might have smashed Jada Pinkett Smith.
He's a wild boy. He's a wild boy.
Yeah. So why are we yiking? Just moments ago, he was smashed, and I think that's supposed to be like.
But not being able to walk, my nigga, like, damn, like that's bad. Like, he just can't walk. Did he walk down? He was walking when he got.
He was just walking on Bourbon Street, like.
The New Orleans girl, bro, crazy.
He's from there.
Oh, he is from down there.
Yeah.
Shout out to New Orleans and August Alsina's legs.
Hey man, let's whatever they got going on down there. I've never seen so many asses of so many 40-inch asses and next to no stomachs.
No stomachs.
I don't know. And with the food that they eating,
right. It's crazy.
I'm amazed.
Maybe they metabolize it differently. So who had the dopest performance that you saw down there?
Random. It was a band called Soul Rebels. They're like a all majority brass band. Mm-hmm. They were decent. They're pretty cool. The only problem I had with them is that they do a lot of R&B stuff, including covers, but they don't have like. You probably should reach out to them and replace all three of their vocalists.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably really
Soul
asshole
Rebels.
to say.
Shout out to the Soul Rebels, man.
But no, but they are dope. Like their music is actually dope, and the three vocalists actually play instruments as well. So, they were cool. So, but really, to be told, like I said, my favorite, because I didn't watch that much, but my favorite easily was Big Freedia, and I don't know any of her music beforehand. I just figured she's from there. It's a bounce party. It should be dope, and she didn't disappoint for an hour. It was a lot of crowd interaction. Once she comes on stage, the energy doesn't come down till she got off.
Yeah, Big Freedia set is lit, dude. I went I saw Big Freedia in Kansas City, I think on Halloween.
And I didn't go. And I regret it.
It was Big Freedia Tank and the Bangers. That was a real good show. Super good show. It was high energy, man. Yeah, like you said. It just
I paid $80 to go see her, and I wasn't upset. Like I would now anywhere I would go and she was there, I would see it again. I would easily see it again. The only thing that would have made it better though is that if no phones were allowed. Like y'all,
that's any concert.
Y'all gotta start putting your phones down when y'all go to these shows. Like
I don't think anybody's gonna do that. And here's what's funny: you take this footage to never look at it again in your life.
Never.
Like right now, I guarantee you, somebody watching this right now can go through their feed, their little phone camera roll, and it's gonna be footage of a show that you have not watched since you recorded.
Never. It's never. And the thing about bounce music though is meant for you to move to.
Right. So
when you're not moving, it just kind of took away from it a little bit. But I would definitely recommend y'all gotta start putting your phones down. Like I've never recorded anything video wise and watched it. Well, so anyway, while I was down there, I went to trap karaoke. I forgot about that.
Oh, that sounds hard.
It was not.
Oh, it was trash.
Horrible.
How was it trash?
Well, here's the problem.
What could have been executed better?
Here's the problem. Well, a few things. First off, keyword in trap karaoke is obviously trap. It was not trapped out. At one point, niggas were saying, is it Mighty Clouds of Joy? What was it? Melodies from Heaven? Who was that?
I don't even know.
Melodies from Heaven, right down on me.
Oh, the DC,
whatever it is, bro. I didn't come here for that.
The Maryland record?
I don't know who it is. It's a choir.
Oh, I don't know what this is.
It was annoying.
Where you get this made at?
Oh, this is a gift from somebody.
That shit was hard.
Yeah.
Man, show the people you need to sell those. That's tough.
I would shout her out, but we ain't cool.
This nigga
here. Yeah.
Ooh, kill him.
I ain't gonna say we ain't cool no more.
Hard. That shit hard.
That's a lie.
Hold up, what you got? My nigga said, hold on now. Okay, so we're gonna need another laptop. I'm figuring out so that we can see the chat and go through the chat while we're doing the thing.
You know what?
Because I don't think you can go back. But you're getting cussed out in these comments right now.
What I do?
No, I'm just fucking.
Okay. Because I can believe it though. Like we getting cussed out wouldn't be out of. You know what? Next time we should. I got my iPad, but I don't think it's charged.
Man, shout out to everybody that's rocking with us right now. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're really just getting the
kinks out.
Yeah, we just running it. And
this is official episode number 1.
This is the official first episode.
Okay.
This is officially. We've done like 6 episodes prior to this, but they wasn't like.
Well, we done them from while we're both driving.
Yeah. So now this is the first real actual episode. I ran one earlier tonight just to kind of like work out the kinks. You notice this light has stayed on this whole time. If you watch my first one, the light didn't. The light went
off.
It kept going off on me.
You in a rave?
Yeah, it's fucked up. But here we are. We back, baby. We out here.
So real quick on trap karaoke. The main problem was it was not trap enough. It was a lot of R&B. At one point, they were leaving sing-alongs, Me, Myself, and I by Beyonce.
This was trap karaoke doing?
Yes.
That's weird.
It was very R&B. It was really odd. Another thing they do is, for some odd reason, they only give the people participating like a portion of the song, and then like it turns into like an acapella. And even if you know a song, chances are you probably don't know it without accompanying music.
That's odd.
It was very odd. And so like people were like, they'd be with it, and then once the music cut out, they would be lost. So then the audience would in turn be lost, and it just like the energy just wasn't as up.
So throwaway trap karaoke.
The sad part is they're coming here.
Oh, it's a touring thing?
Yeah. They've been doing it for like 2 years now.
Huh.
Yeah. Like they've had.
So were they doing like actual like Young Jeezy records, T.I. records? Like
there's the problem.
Nobody
like,
did 24s?
No, nobody did. There was no T.I. record. There was no. At one point, Lovers and Friends was getting like.
So there was. Why is it called trap karaoke now? I want to see. What I want to see is somebody get up there in a white T-shirt with a dirty gas station KC fitted, and like hella sandwich bags in one pocket, and I want them to go up there and sing like a ballad by Whitney Houston. Or I want to see actual trap records being sung by Average Joe.
The most trap record that they played was "How You Riding" by Webby. That like somebody performed. Huh? What?
What song is that?
That sounds like some Nelly shit. That's all like. Off Savage, off his first CD. It's
it was on that it was on the
How You Ride
Hustling Flow.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it was on the Hustling Flow soundtrack. I remember
Let
that.
the deck pop out, pop out. How You Ride. But like, here was the thing.
I wish we could play without the Facebook. How you doing this, man?
Yeah, we'd be suing no time.
What if you
would have to take it. Then
if I play the instrumental, could you like sing it over it and then you want to do trap karaoke?
No, not really. High key, no.
We should have the people tap into the live and do trap karaoke. That would be fire. We're gonna do this.
I can see somebody popping up and saying "fucking right in the pussy," and then like we.
Oh yeah, that's cool. You can say you can't say "fucking right in the pussy" on here.
Well, we did it twice. So. But outside of that,
we should do trap karaoke. I like this. That's a good idea.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
It's a good idea, man.
But that was pretty much my experience in New Orleans. So hung out with my homegirl, got called Little Daddy by a bunch of random country women.
Little Daddy.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna move to the South. Like I thought I was gonna move out to the West.
They really be hitting you with the high.
Yeah, they really do.
I thought that was tight as hell. When I go down there, it was like I can't even remember the accent right now. I've been watching too many other movies. I just watched the movie. Oh man.
Oh, hold on. Funniest thing. So ordering pizza. Hey man, y'all got any honey around here?
Yeah, you weird for that though. Why do you think it's normal to put honey on pizza, bro?
I put honey on everything.
Not a normal thing. That's some like Prince type shit. Like
favorite
I put honey on everything.
I do put honey on everything.
Yeah, I know, but it's like not normal. It's not like a normal thing.
I don't see why not.
You should be appalled when people just don't have honey to put.
I wasn't appalled. He was appalled.
You should be.
He was like, nigga, where are you from? I was like, hey, all right, didn't know we were gonna turn this into a cultural thing. But all you had to do was say no. He's like, nigga, who putting honey on pizza? Hey, fam, I'm just gonna take my slice, man. You be easy. But
so
yeah.
New Orleans was a success.
I'm trying to go back.
So the best act was just like Big Frida and
like I said, like that. Did
you go see like any singers or rappers?
Nah.
You was really just partying, huh?
Man, I walked up and down Bourbon Street for like one night for like 3 hours. Didn't go inside. I just watched people.
Here's what's cold about DJ eyeQ. For those that don't know, he did all of this completely stone sober.
Yeah.
That's why this guy's one of my best friends. It's sobriety, man. He's straight edge, man. Like what?
Yeah. So it's easy. It was.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Not a near smoke. Never a sip.
So yeah,
this is what it looks like to be cool and sober.
I wouldn't say cool.
He's the coolest sober guy I know, man.
I'm the only sober guy, you know.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we want to be painstakingly honest.
Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody needs the sober guy in the squad because, yeah, man, somebody has to be responsible. So, all right, do you want to run through these topics?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's run through these topics. Oh, I forgot to give you guys this. August.
How you forget that?
17th. I thought I was gonna kick it off when we started talking about New Orleans. But August 17th, I will be at the Voodoo Lounge at 9 p.m. DJ eyeQ will be with me as well.
That's true.
We'll be making musical sounds. You'll be in the crowd enjoying.
Hey, what big Scoop you saying? Make some musical noises, nigga.
Make musical noises. Yeah. Man, shout out to the OG Big School 57 RDV, man.
Make musical sounds, nigga.
Yeah, make musical sound, nigga. But yeah, shout out to the OG Big School, man. Kansas City legend. But yeah, Kansas City, come out. We're gonna be at the Voodoo Lounge. You're gonna be rocking out there. Love Macy, Church Boy, Eddie Moore, Kim at the Phantom, and Joe Black doing his thing.
Macy gonna be there?
Yeah.
I'm about to get my hair twisted.
Yeah, you should though. You should. Shout out to Love Macy, man. Incredible singer from here. She just glows, just like shea butter glow. Always. She's like super moisturized. Her hair is always like. I had a conversation with her about her hair.
I was there.
No, recently.
Again?
Well, we met for the show stuff.
Oh, okay.
And we started talking about
hair. Why you didn't ask me to go?
You were in New Orleans, man.
Oh, this is really
And she's like telling me her whole like.
Oh, it's a regiment.
That's her though. That's like all her. Shout out to all the natural, like, you know.
We got that in common.
It's kind of crazy though. Like one of the things that we talked about was how Black women are like the only women who can't wear their natural hair for whatever reasons in the society. Like there's this pressure through work, or like California just made it illegal for you to discriminate against the hairstyle.
And see, I think it's kind of
why is that a big deal for them to let Black people's hair be how it grows?
And see, I think I've never experienced it because I haven't really worked a real job.
Right.
So,
but for women though,
yeah,
like we might get. I don't know. I think across the board, like you should be able to wear your, because our natural state of hair is how your hair looks right now. It's freeform lock.
Yeah, but I don't know, because growing up, that was when I started growing my hair out. That was kind of concern from my brother and my mother.
My dad definitely said, like, which is sickening though. Like, you know, like I get their intentions. I get their intentions, but like, think about it when it's coming from your family and the elders, and they're telling you to not do that rather than to embrace how your hair is. But it's because of the society we live in.
Yeah, like I mean, but at the same time, I kind of get where my mom came from. Like my mother named us. I asked like how she come up with our name. She was like,
I say you do have a good job name. Your name is Sean.
She said good job and be able to get a bank loan. She has 5 children: Rodney, Regina, Philip, Olivia, Sean.
Philip probably got the best credit out of all of y'all, don't
he? Actually, oh no, Gina does. Regina does. Regina
sounds responsible.
Oh, very, very much so. She works for Stanford out in California. Stanford University.
Yeah.
So she does, followed by me.
I believe in super difficult names, and
names that have 3 vowels.
No, the rest of my kids are gonna be named like clicks and like, you know, like the M's and B's before the whole like. Like, bro, if we can learn Welsafusha whatever the fuck.
Who?
You know the German names that are like Ushvoslavslav.
I know none of them.
You know them.
I know none.
You know them. And there's like a lot of like
outside of Haagen-Dazs, that's as close as I get.
We learned to say Haagen-Dazs. We learned all these like German and French names and shit, but we can't learn like African names. Like, dude, I'm gonna name my kid some shit that has the silent M or B at the beginning of it.
I've learned a few African names.
But you have. But does everybody else learn them, or do they just come? Like, I hate the fact that I had a friend named Nya. Nya. He was, I think, Vietnamese, but his name to us was Andy. His parents told him to go to school and just say your name is Andy. And I'm like, I'm not calling you Andy. That's not your name, bro. And he's like, but they get tired of dumbass Americans like acting like it's difficult to just learn how to say their names.
That's like Sirius. He doesn't say when like can we get a name for the order? I forget what he says.
He doesn't say Sirius?
He says something like Adonis or something weird like that.
Like that's a lot easier?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people call him Sirius.
I remember Cereal because we went to elementary school. Shout out to Sirius. We went to elementary school together and I always heard Cereal. But shout out to everybody with hard names or just that's normal names that people act like are
hard. That's like people look at my last name, they fuck it up all the time.
They call you Hooks.
Yeah. Hooks. People fuck that up all the time. So
yeah.
You get used to it, I guess.
So I don't know how we got on names, but we were talking about natural whatever. Okay. We're talking about the show. So speaking of the show in Kansas City goings on, what is going on in Kansas City right now?
You had the woman shooting up the DMV.
Why did she shoot the DMV up?
She said the line was moving too slow.
Yo, I'm sorry. I hope everybody's safe. I hope.
No, nobody got hurt.
I hope everybody's okay.
She shot in the air.
Yo, look, I love Kansas City so much because, like, on one side, we are a cultural hotbed of so much talent and like history. Then on the other side,
you got that foolishness. I'm just happy. You know, the sad part, the saddest of saddest parts is well, two. First off, when I saw it online, I knew it was one of them things like it was locally reported, but it happened somewhere else. So you know, when you open up a news report and it says where it's from, and it's like North Kansas City, Missouri. You're just like, oh.
So she started busting off because the line was too long.
She said not that it was too long. It wasn't moving fast enough.
So in my mind, did she just say, "Fuck it, I'm not getting an ID today"? Or did she think that this was going to result in her getting an ID sooner?
So first off, let's preface it with this: it was a white woman. So next off,
didn't see that one coming. That's crazy.
Oh no, she's still living. That's how you knew.
Yeah,
she's still alive. They took her alive.
What is going on?
She had it in her purse, and then she decided that she was gonna start shooting in the air because the line was moving. And then, like, I don't even know how long it took because they said the police got there.
Independence? Where was this at?
North Kansas City.
Oh, North Kansas City.
And they said like the police.
Somebody told me it was somewhere else. That's funny.
It might have been. I feel like I read it in North Kansas City. I believe it's in North Kansas City. I feel like Parkville or something.
I believe it's in North Kansas City now because it was a white woman. I thought this was somewhere else, and I was like, you just gotta be very bold to pull a gun out in Kansas City.
Oh yeah.
In a public place.
Very much.
Because everybody has guns.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But they said like the police showed up and like she was getting in her car. So I was like, so was the police response that fast or was she just like
did she just stand in line for hella like I'm confused that she's
what she still got her ID?
I feel like she had it made up in her mind when she walked in there like, yo, I swear to God. She might have been there 3 times that week because you know they make you go back like, yo, you gotta bring back your birth certificate. Now you gotta bring back a bill. Now you gotta bring back a she was like,
you gotta bring back your firstborn.
She's like, one more thing, and I'm gonna set this bitch off.
The DMV.
How old was she? Was she like an older lady?
Older. Like
old people don't be giving a fuck.
40, 50 something.
Old people don't really care because kind of like I feel like after a certain point that
she could just plead. She's just gonna plead out something.
I think if you live long enough, you kind of can get away with it, whatever you want to do, because you put up with this world's shit long enough to where you're just like.
I believe it. My mom says
you've seen enough. You've seen enough ridiculous shit happen and people get away with. Like we've watched Donald Trump become the president.
Yeah.
You can't fucking tell me anything by the time I'm 50. Like I've seen it all.
Like, I tell like my mom, like she remember there was a time where you watched the radio. So
yeah.
So
like you gotta think people watched the LA riots.
Yeah, she watched all that.
Like
Martin Luther King getting shot.
Exactly. If you were here for the LA riots, Martin Luther King getting shot, Donald Trump. The level of fucks given is like, I don't give a fuck.
This is like end tomorrow.
It's just a gun in the DMV. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's just armed criminal action.
Oh my God, that's wild.
It's a little ACA. It ain't no little 5 years. It's nothing.
I would love to interview her. It just be like, break it down. Like, the fuck. We should have an interview section.
But here's the thing though, like they wouldn't release who she was. They didn't say her name.
What if we did an interview section called "The Fuck"?
Yeah.
And we find all the news of people who did the most insane shit. We just sit them down and be like, all right, so the fuck.
We're not interviewing them here, right? Like,
that might be a safety hazard. Huh? Yeah. Well, that'd be like a on scene. We pull up.
Yeah, we'll pull up on them. We ain't bringing them here.
Or we could like pull up on them in the back of the cop car, like, yo, the people want to know.
Right.
The fuck.
Right.
That'd be good.
Get them on a release.
All right, so Kansas City news. We have people shooting in DMVs.
On another note,
hold on. Let me teeter back on to like good shit.
Okay.
So, all right, because that's like insane. If you're not from Kansas City, you just heard me talk about people shooting DMV. You're like, all right. So there's a restaurant called Soiree.
Oh, I forgot about that.
On 18th and Vine, and it is amazing. It is like our top 3 dining experiences in Kansas City. I just want to shout them out. I always love shouting out locally owned, Black-owned businesses, especially when they're high quality like Soiree is. So if you haven't been to Soiree, go check out Soiree. Maybe if I plug it a few more times in this episode, we might get like, I don't know, a free plug or something. I don't know. But Soiree.
I mean, women have got free meals for doing a lot less.
Wow. All right, so
I'm gonna get us canceled so bad.
We ain't even got started. They got us canceled on the first episode, bro.
I want to set the tone.
I don't condone that tone.
you don't condone free meals.
It's a tone I don't condone.
All
right, so we got
doing shows with rappers.
DMV shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Soiree is delicious. What else is going on in Kansas City?
Found out Tyreek Hill's fiance out here lying.
I'm not surprised.
Huh.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And I know you're not the most like avid sports person. So long story short, he was catching a case for potentially abusing his 3-year-old son.
Now, so here's what I was trying to figure out. So the stuff about punching the baby in the chest, was that made up or was that real? Like after whatever information came out, did they find out that wasn't real, or did he still do that but didn't necessarily beat up the wife?
I think first off, this is why it's all goofy. Before all that, she did the recording.
To me, that's always like a red flag already. By the time that you're recording each other's conversations, like I'm pretty sure it should be wrapped up by then. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, she recorded it. It ain't like it was like she essentially wore a wire.
She wore a wire.
Essentially, I mean, like here, like let's be painstakingly honest. All the money they make is off of his talent.
It was enough money for her to get on Amazon and buy spyware. She was like Googling spy glasses.
Like you bought apparatuses with his money.
Did she have big black frame glass with the camera?
With the fake nose on it. She's using his money. She's
to buy spyware.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, like man, they the goofiest, weirdest.
So what came out of it? What did they find out?
That potentially, like, he's been taking, like, so he caught a DV case in 2014 that drastically affected his draft status.
Right.
Which basically in turn means it cost him money, millions. And he addressed like, I never put my hands on you.
Right.
And like she kind of like cop to it.
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna stand on it, man. I believe black men.
And it's a
statement that our society has told us to like never, because we're always framed as all we have to do is be arrested.
Oh, that's all right.
And the public perception is that
we're
criminals by just being arrested. Now keep in mind, at the age of, when's the first time, have you been arrested before?
Yeah.
What was the first time you were arrested?
I think like 18 at a house party.
And why? Now keep in mind, I have no idea that he's been arrested or why, but I have confidence enough to ask him on camera why, because
it was behind like a house party that I was hosting.
You want to know the first time I wasn't arrested. First time I was in the back of a cop car was because a cop was just following me through my neighborhood on the way to the studio. I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
And he sits me in the back, does a lot of walkie-talkie stuff, whatever, runs my plates, whatever. And then he turns around to me and he says, "You know what just happened here, right?" And in my mind, I'm like, "Yeah, I know what just happened here." And he's like, "Well, somebody reported stolen, and you had you look like the And that was my first time. But everybody driving past that car was like, "Oh, look at him. Look." And I'm like, I didn't do it. Like, I literally didn't do anything. So that's why I say we need to really be more supportive. And
hold on.
Yeah,
I thought about this is the reason. They got mad because they didn't believe that the house was mine, and they told me to produce.
I remember that you used to have a little spot over there.
And they was like, if you can't, like, we need you to produce a utility bill. I said, if you think I'm about to walk back in my house and bring you out a utility bill, what you have me is fucked up.
Right.
I was like, that was the first time I got arrested, because I wouldn't give the cops a utility bill to my house.
So now that it's come out that she lied, it affected all his money. My thing is, where's the compensation?
Well, here's the problem. One of them is that KCTV5 were the first people to report it. The actual recording is close to 12 minutes long.
So they had it, you think?
They had to.
And they just were selective. Yeah.
Their excuse was they only took what was newsworthy, and that the guy that does editing, he said he's been doing it for 30 years.
So he just passed the buck around.
He was like, well, I'm a TV guy. You know, TV moves a lot faster than digital.
Sensationalize.
And so that's kind of what their play was. But you only picked that. And so you didn't pick on the fact that he was just like, I took this charge for you. I took this charge in 2014. Because you know, like them kind of things you really just can't wiggle from underneath.
No, the thing is, like, here's what'll happen. You'll get a jaywalking ticket, right?
Yeah.
And then you get busted for jaywalking, and they'll be like, all right, you're gonna come in with me. You go to jail, and then they're gonna send you a public defender.
Yeah.
Your public defender is gonna come and sit down with you. He's like, all right, you're facing felony, life in prison, and lethal injection for assault on an officer, fleeing an officer, robbing a bank. Da 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 da. You're like, bro, I was just jaywalking. They'd be like, hey, look, man, I'm trying to work with you. I'm trying to give you a deal here. If you take 10 years in prison, if you take 10 years in prison, just take this 10 instead of like lethal injection. But you're like, bro, I was just jaywalking.
Like,
and you might not even been jaywalking. You see what I'm saying?
Like,
so it's
like Richard Pryor said, he's like, I don't know why I'm mad. The lawyer called. Shit, I'm only facing 40 years. So that's one thing. And then the other part of it is like, and it's gonna be like on some like somebody, whoever's watching or comes back and watches is probably where they're gonna disagree. But here's the thing. She kind of already got him because they have a kid together.
Only one kid?
Yeah. So she's kind of already.
Are they married?
No, this is fiance. So she kind of. I don't know. I think she's pregnant with another kid.
Yeah.
So she's really kind of got him.
I'm gonna have to call that one off. I have to wrap that up.
Then you're just gonna have to eat that C support. And he's up for a contract next year, which potentially could once again have effed up his money. Like at every turn, she is effing up his money, which she lives off of.
Oh my God, man! Why?
Did you have to go away?
What up? What up? What up? What up, everybody? So,
but yeah, you definitely gotta call that out.
All right, well, let's pray for that brother. I hope all works out for him and that he retain some sort of bag after all of it.
He's still gonna get paid, just not bag ain't gonna be as big.
All right, so
he ain't gonna miss no meals.
Movies. Saw Midsummer.
Who?
Midsummer. Have you seen Hereditary?
No.
Do you watch horror movies?
That was my guess is that these are horror movies, but no.
No, not really. Why you don't watch horror movies?
I grew up on 15th Street. My life ain't horrible enough.
That's true, but it's a different kind of terror, man. Like I used to think that like haunted houses, there's no point in a haunted house. Like I could just drive you through certain neighborhoods and it's like
that's what I used to tell people.
But like it's certain movies though, I do like scary movies. But basically Hereditary was like this like movie that's kind of teeters on psychological thriller, supernatural, whatever. But the dude who made that just dropped another one called Midsummer. And Midsummer was really basically part 2 of Hereditary. You just have to see the first one. Like you should, if you don't watch horror movies, watch Hereditary and then check back with me. I think it would actually scare you.
The worst part is I typically don't have time to watch movies.
It would disturb you.
Like I never saw the last Avengers movie. I still haven't seen John Wick 3. I haven't.
You like Idris Elba?
Yeah.
He's a director now.
What did he direct?
He directed this movie called Yardy. I think you really like that one.
I heard about that.
It's fire. Super good. Super good. Yeah, movies are like I think
movies are so time consuming.
Yeah, that's true. How did I start watching movies again?
I don't know. I have a kid.
Yeah, but I can't really watch movies with her anyway.
Oh, she don't sit still?
No, I just can't. Like, I want to see what's in movies.
Oh.
So, like, I never really watch movies with her.
Which shows you I don't have children.
I think I'll just go to. I think I'd watch them to go to sleep. Insomnia, maybe.
I just watched Law and Order or Seinfeld on
I just finished The Wire. It's amazing.
For the first time?
Fire, dog. That was like the best TV show ever made. I get the hype. Like the reason why I didn't watch The Wire initially was because it was so much hype around the show.
There's no way it can be this good.
So I never watched shows when they first come out and everybody's like overhyping them.
You didn't realize the show went up there in like 2004.
Yeah. There's so much South Pole and the Nietzsche and academics in that show. There's so much Sean John oversized jeans.
Bro, this is how I knew. Now, mind you, I didn't have cable when The Wire was out. And so I probably watched it for the first time all the way through maybe 3 to 4 years ago. Maybe 4 years ago. And I remember like it was just like Headsprung came on. And I was like,
oh my god, dude, that's funny as hell. You mentioned that
it's a
specific
time
song,
yeah.
bro. I spent the whole day wondering what the fuck was LL Cool J talking about. Like to this day,
first off, nobody's ever called you
no
Big
one
Ellie.
knows what Headsprung is, and it's when he dropped that record, he's older already.
He's almost 40.
It's some weird old nigga shit that even I think other old niggas don't know what that means.
What's funny is I didn't realize because we weren't old enough to really be in clubs like that when that song came out. And that's not a song that's going to get played in places we were going. That song was a minor hit.
Yeah, it was great. But how hard did you have to dance to that song?
You sweated. You definitely sweated.
Lord of mercy.
Put a rule and jerk me. They call me Big Ellie. No, we don't.
And look. Timbaland just got it off. Like,
we're going to get it.
Like, what are we doing?
Cold cookie monster.
It worked. Shit, I guess I can't touch it. I ain't got a Headsprung. I want a Headsprung pause. It just sounded weird.
I don't know if you gonna let me get you a club record.
A club record?
Yeah, just one day. Just let me like orchestrate a club record for you.
I guess I'm with
you. You can bring it. You can bring
Moneymaker. I was about to say Moneymaker Mitch.
Yeah, you gotta bring back Moneymaker Mitch.
That'd be tight.
Shout out to everybody that remembers Moneymaker Mitch.
All right.
But yeah, Wire's amazing.
The Wire was fire. Oh, and one more thing, Omar is to me, I'm gonna say the greatest on-screen TV character ever developed, dude. Like
they played him so weak with that.
How he went out?
That was so trash.
You know what? I was thinking that. I was like, that's a trash way to take him out. But low key,
we didn't see it coming.
We didn't see it coming. And on top of that,
neither did he.
Right. It was good because it set it up. Most series end bad. This was able to end in a good way because it was like a circle, full circle. Like Mike stepped into the Omar role. And it's like, that's.
You know what's funny is I hated the last season.
Was it Mike? That was name.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, right.
I hated the last season with the exception of the last episode. I take that back. I hated the newspaper portion of the last season.
It's funny because I thought that it was necessary because when it comes to urban life, I don't know why I said the word urban.
That's very gentrified.
When you live in the hood and you experiencing what it's like living in the hood, there are several aspects. It's the actual hood activities. Mm-hmm. It's the police. Mm-hmm. It's the people above the police who fuel what they're gonna do with your life.
How they gonna fuck you over.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And then 3, the public perception of why people always view you as a criminal when you just got arrested and everything isn't true. Mm-hmm. Or it is true and are they gonna try to give you 1 billion years and all that? And it's all based on how does the newspaper portray the story.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, I get the little 4 elements of it, but it was, I think the thing they could have dealt with that was it kind of got like dragged out, like back and forth in the newsroom and editing. Nobody give a shit about that, bro. But overall, great series. Great series. Yeah.
How my hair look, Mike? It look good, girl. It took her head off her shoulders.
To watch already super fire. A great Jamaican film.
When are they gonna get that man that James Bond role for playing?
I don't want him to play James Bond. Oh man, it's funny. I'm glad you mentioned
why not
him playing James Bond. All right, so we're gonna have a little Mermaid talk now.
Okay.
I don't want Idris Elba.
Black people are still not gonna go see James Bond.
Bro, James, it's not called James Bond now, it's called something else. They call each movie like something.
Well, the character. James.
What is it? It's 007.
007.
Okay, but so like Spectre, the Daniel Craig James Bond, fire.
Definitely.
It was awkward as shit at first. I'm like, why is he blonde and little? It was just weird.
I think he's supposed to be the younger.
He just didn't fit the James Bond profile. Usually James Bond is like dark hair, tall, whatever.
He was definitely.
He looked like German. It was like, why is James Bond German now?
Even though he's definitely British, but Daniel Craig is British as hell.
He just looked super like.
Well, he was the most. He was very distinguished looking, and if you look like he was the strongest looking one ever.
He looked athletic as hell though. Like Pierce Brosnan didn't look like he could whoop anybody's ass, and Sean Connery didn't look like he whooped nobody's ass.
But if you ever look, I think it was Casino Royale where they had him like jumping.
He was shredded.
Yeah, but like look at the stuff they had him doing.
Right.
So him looking like Pierce Brosnan would have been weird.
Yeah, he couldn't have pulled that off. And that was a trash with Halle Berry as the love interest. Like you remember
that was garbage.
So trash.
But, that was trash then. If you see it now, it's even worse.
here's what makes the new 007 series so fire is everything's tailored by Tom Ford. That's fire. Number two, the way that he's cutting these suits, you got to keep in mind, you got to be that got to be a badass suit for you to be able to run, jump off a roof, get in a fight, like drive a tank, whatever the hell he be doing.
They definitely have 2% lycra spandex in them.
Right, it's like half Under Armour, half Tom Ford. That should be fire, and it'd be tailored clean as hell. So I love James Bond, love the whole thing.
Dan Craig was killing them suits.
He murdered them. He's like fire, right? But I don't ever want Idris Elba playing 007. Why? Because I feel like so there's times where like the affirmative action thing is like OD, and this is one of those times. What does it accomplish for James Bond to be played by Idris Elba? Because here's what happens. What happens is it's this participation, like this, like include us. We want to be. I'm good enough to be James Bond, man. Fuck your James Bond, my nigga. I don't give a fuck about, like, I love James Bond, but at the same time, I'm not like nipping at the bit for the approval of the James Bond stamp. Why don't we come up with another way more swaggy? Think about what James Bond is, bro. He's he gets all the women, stays fresh, whoop a nigga ass. He's a nigga.
He's black.
What he is, Idris Elba. Idris Elba is what James Bond has been trying to be by just being Idris Elba. So what I'm saying is, let Idris Elba start a new franchise called something completely different, and let's do it how we do it, instead of like, hey, squeeze me into this role. Like, no, I don't care about that. Well, it would mean more to the culture to see a black.
But I don't think that he's like waving the. I think it's
his fans. Yeah,
he's not waving the flag for it. So I don't think James Bond. I don't think he's fucked up if he does or if he doesn't. I just think I
mean, if he takes, I just think
it'd be cool though.
Yeah, it'd be dope. I'm definitely going to see it.
But at the same time, like, who else do I want to see? Like, I don't want to see Chadwick Boseman do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much good on any more James Bond if it's not Idris Elba, to be honest, or Daniel Craig. And I feel like we've got enough. Daniel Craig killed it for like what, 4 movies now?
I think so.
So we don't really need any more James Bond. So but then again, why don't give me Black James Bond in 2019, bro? If y'all wasn't gonna give him to me in the 60s, I don't want him now. I'm cool. You could have been gave him.
But and honestly, which is nerd talk, but that franchise, like, I think they be having like money issues and direction. It's like a lot of internal stuff. That's why it takes those movies are so far and few in between. And then like they argue with like the estate of the dude that wrote them, Ian Fleming. It's a bunch of weird shit.
See, I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't want a Black James Bond, but I do want a Black Mermaid. I'm down for the Black Ariel. Apparently, people are highly upset by this.
The funniest tweet I saw was like, if y'all upset about a Black Ariel, wait until y'all find out about Jesus.
Right. The denial is real. The denial is real.
Wait till y'all find out about Jesus.
So people mad that Chloe from Chloe and Halle. The 2 girls that used to sing on YouTube, beautiful voices, incredible.
Are they?
And they're super dope. Yeah. And they got discovered by Beyonce. Now they tour with Beyonce. I think they're signed to Rock Nation. Oh. The girl, one of the sisters, is now going to play the Little Mermaid in this movie coming out, and there was outrage.
That's a live action joint.
Live action. I haven't seen any live action Disney yet. I do want to see Aladdin.
Trash.
I'm still gonna go see
from the 25 minutes I saw before I fell asleep.
Yeah. I'm still gonna have to see it though. Like, I had that on VHS. You know, the white VHS, like you know the one.
My niece still has
the cardboard cheap shits.
No, the clamshell.
Yep.
My niece still have those things. She said she tried to watch one. It was horrible.
Tried to watch what?
Watch one of the VHSs.
Oh, because it looked so bad?
She's like, it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was like watching.
You can see the pages turning while they're like doing it. You can see my thumb come in the frame and like.
She said it was so bad.
Yeah.
I just want to know what you got the damn VCR from.
Right. But I'm down for the Black Mermaid, man.
Hold on, pause. Here's the thing. Now, mind you, I know very little about the Little Mermaid, period.
You know what's funny? I couldn't tell you how the story goes for it. Like, I remember Be Our Guest. No, Under the Sea is the mermaid song.
And I remember some dude look like Long John Silver that she's in love with or something, whatever.
Are they going to make the Prince black too?
Because if not, then this is all for naught.
Well, you know.
Nope, not going for it.
You know what they doing.
Missing with that interracial shit.
You know what they doing.
No.
Because it's like
I don't even watch
they're gonna make like a gay crab.
No.
So everybody's included. Like everybody's
Shell gonna be a rainbow.
Because that's how they do it 2019. Like you can't go too off the rails, and you gotta include everybody. So like
they're gonna have Big Frida being the crab.
No, Big Frida's gonna be Ursula.
I thought they was gonna have the fat white girl be Ursula.
Who?
One of them non-funny
Rebel
comedians.
what's her name?
Rebel Wilson. No,
the one from
one of them from like
Pitch
Bridesmaid. No, I don't know.
McCarthy. Melissa McCarthy. She don't get out of here with that.
One of them.
That could be.
No, cool. All these white women are not funny. Amy Schumer not funny.
Amy Schumer's trash.
Trinash. McCarthy not trash.
I like McCarthy. McCarthy's good. She's like the female Chris Farley look.
I didn't find Chris Farley that funny.
What? Chris Farley was good, man. A lot of cocaine.
David Spade was funny. Anyway, we're not gonna
like a lot of cocaine and physical. He's like Jim Carrey, physical humor, except like
Jim Carrey was funny.
200 pounds heavier and on a coke bench.
So the thing I could never understand about the outrage is that people also forget, from the little bit I know about the Little Mermaid, all the music was Jamaican calypso music.
And that's the biggest thing. Like, so why are these roles of the help? Like, you're the little, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're the like sidekick, comical relief, and you can be
the lobster. The lobster has a Caribbean accent.
He's a crab, but I feel you.
Whatever crustacean, whatever crustacean he is.
So clearly, they're in an area where they're
in the West Indies somewhere,
right?
And so everything else has a Jamaican overtone or undertone, whichever, pick a tone. And but yet the main characters are white, obviously in the West End. And if you honestly think about it, the white dude probably is an allegory for Christopher Columbus.
Well, I feel like Disney movies have had a low-key Christopher Columbus in several of their movies. Like you got Pocahontas.
Pocahontas is definitely.
You got all kind of shit like that.
Pocahontas is definitely a story of colonization.
So, yeah, I just don't understand how the crab can be Caribbean, and you're also
somewhere that has flounder.
Exactly. So I would say by default she wouldn't be. And here's this: she's not just like doesn't look anything like somebody who lives on an island. She's the palest of pale. She's like got red hair. Have you ever seen what happens to gingers in the sun?
They would melt. So
it's like how, and then also, you can get sunburn underwater.
Actually, it probably makes it worse.
It does. It's like magnifies it. Yeah. So it's like, I'm gonna say scientific, because they tried to nobody tried it scientifically, because I'm saying being scientific about this.
Yeah, I know.
It's a fucking mermaid.
which let's be clear, is a very, very
factual, real thing that exists. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And how dare they make it black?
But nobody thinks about how goofy that it was a mermaid trying to fuck a human. Yeah, no.
Was that her goal?
I don't know. She had a love interest in what was something that had legs.
How you make the whole movie about she was thirsty, so she came up out the water, got legs, and have sex with a human? That's a whole nother movie.
He had legs. She does not. How do you have a love interest with something that can't, he can't.
Are you about to go into the,
yeah, I'm about to get in there.
Into the physiology.
I'm about to get in, not in the physiology. Think about this. So you were just talking about them making the mermaid black and the dude probably staying white.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I would guess that's probably
okay. But I'm saying let's roll with that. Like the mermaid being black, him being white. Theoretically, they couldn't exist in each other's world.
Oh, because of what time period it was in? Same
thing with the fish and the legs.
Well, either what
they couldn't exist in one another's world. They couldn't.
Everything is okay in Disney movies, though.
That's the problem.
There's no racism. You know what's funny? There's no racism in Disney movies until there's glaring racism in Disney movies. Isn't that weird?
And that they were written and animated by a racist.
Well, that's why I never went to go see. That's why I never wanted to see the Dumbo movie, because of those crows. Those crows pissed me off.
Oh yeah, because that's a Jim Crow shit.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm good on seeing racist crows. But all right, so
racist crows.
Shout out to everybody that's upset that there's going to be a black mermaid.
Man, they can eat a dick.
But here's my thing. There's a theory that this is not authentic. People aren't actually mad about this. I know there's people stupid enough to be mad when they get presented with the opportunity to be mad.
Oh, I could. Here's the sad part: Disney's pockets are so deep, they could buy anger.
And that's what I think they're doing. I think they're buying sales. They're buying groups of Twitter accounts. That's primary purpose. Like you've heard of the social media accounts that are run by Trump supporters, posing as black people, saying very problematic things, so that they can
turn around and just like
see how they think, see how they are. You know what I mean?
eyeQ trying to use Kendrick Lamar's "all right" as something goofy. Yeah.
So somebody did that?
Oh, they were Fox News.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to be like, look, you talking about my gun might blow the police. Like they were really trying to like annotate. All right.
So with that though, I think that's what's happening with a lot of this. Like that, what other big publicity push could you get besides what they just did?
You gotta think Disney is, because if I'm not mistaken, they're not together. I don't think, or they might. I'm not sure. You probably know better than me. Disney watched Black Panther.
You said they did what?
Disney watched what Black Panther did.
Oh, of course, and that's why that goes back to my point with Black James Bond. See what I'm saying? It's like it's not a genuine move. It's a cash in on you guys. We know you guys are really excited to see yourselves on screen, so let's cash in on it. It's like
the only reason why I disagree is because I don't know that many people that watch. Like, to be honest with you, the only people that I know that watch James Bond, especially, and they only watch the Craig ones, is me, you, and my mother.
I know hell people watch James Bond, bro. That's like Casino Royale was huge,
and it was dope as fuck.
It's huge. Every time I say that name, though, I always think about dude getting his like balls hit under the shit. Like that was the worst scene of that movie.
And now you know. Now everybody will know that you scratched my balls.
Right. That was funny. But
that's a actually balls. But
so I think they're manufacturing that, and I also think they manufactured the Colin Kaepernick shoe. Now that I think about it, just like you remember, they kept coming out with these racist clothes like nooses on the things and like blackface, whatever. I think they just do this to promote their brands because we get all up in arms and we say their name 1,000 times, and then based on how the algorithm works on this thing now, if you complained about Givenchy,
what happened?
It starts coming up in your feed. Ads start popping up in your feed.
I can see that.
So I think it's all a ploy, man. And I feel like now because I think a few got pressed up with the Colin Kaepernick shoe. It
was supposed to be the 4th of July release, but here's the thing about it. Educate you a little bit on sneaker culture, but I mean you can understand it just as a consumer. Long story short, now what ends up happening is that those shoes will somehow make their way out and about, and now they will become a thing of folklore. The price will be ungodly.
I look on eBay. I think they're at 15 grand right now for the pair that's out there.
And here's the sad part.
I'm not sure if there's a real pair yet, but
here's the sad part. I think people were like talking about the popping up pair. The sad part about it, even as a avid sneaker enthusiast, I don't want that shoe. Like I don't like.
Yeah, I have a home. It doesn't look. It's just the hype surrounding it, and it's also attached to Colin.
I don't care how fly the shoe was. Once you decide, like for instance, like there are people that can attest. Like my favorite designer is Ralph Lauren, but I don't buy any of the stuff with American flags on it. So I'm not going to in turn turn around and buy a shoe, even as a sneaker enthusiast, that has definitely not that flag.
Well, the funny thing about hey man, funny thing is, I feel like the bigger the American flag, if you have oversized American flags or too many in one place, like turns into a Confederate flag. in my psyche, it's like when you're overly patriotic, because what are you being patriotic about? When you have too much American pride, you're proud of what America's done, right? You're proud of what? You're proud of the history? Or you're gonna tell me you're proud of the history? So what is the history you're super duper proud of?
I've bought items from Ralph Lauren and wasn't paying attention and saw that they had like American, and like, yo, they gotta go back. Like,
if that's I don't knock anybody for whatever, but I just feel like when you in certain shoes and when you know better, you do better.
I have a homeboy that sold all of his Yeezy stuff.
Because
he's like, that man got up there doing all that soft shoeing and all that.
Oh yeah.
He sold all his Kanye stuff. He's like, I'm good.
I saw Cat Williams go off on this dude for like saying something. I can't remember what it was, but basically Cat Williams was like, yo, you live in America, you gotta rep America. Da, 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 da. I ain't gotta do shit, my nigga. So number one, that, and then number two.
And why am I listening to you? Like you were.
And it's tricky with Cat Williams too, though, because again, if you've been arrested, what has Cat Williams ever been charged with?
I don't think he's ever been.
See what I'm saying? So it's just odd to me that Cat Williams, that knows how this system works, is so avidly defending it.
Because I can imagine all the money he's lost.
Dude, I know.
You know what I'm saying? To keep that above him, because like by his own, he's like, I'm not no felon.
Right.
But you know that's expensive.
Right, and the public perception again, like that's crazy. Cat
Because
Williams.
people would think that you're a felon because we've seen you get arrested 30 times, including at airports and all that.
And that's all it takes, though. All it takes is them showing you arrested all the time.
And you know, like I'm quite sure that's affected his money in regards to, shoot, you buy a ticket. He's supposed to come here once he got arrested.
But keep in mind, he's like ferociously defending that system that does that. So that's just an interesting thing. But all right, man, what we looking like on time? Because I didn't realize we was going. This is light work. This is light work. What are we doing? We got an hour and 4 minutes. We did an hour and 4.
Yeah, I think we got a lot to talk about. So, well, I mean, we naturally just do this stuff.
All right. So, all right. What we got? All right. So if you mad about the Black Mermaid, suck your mother. Let's see.
What else is shaking?
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
So guys, prepare to never, ever, ever take your shirt off again in life.
What happened?
All right. So you know the guy who plays Aquaman?
Yeah.
The guy that like girls get all googly and like moist about.
Jason. Hey, bro, don't ever.
Jason Momoa. His name is Jason Momoa. And
Yo.
What?
New Orleans is flooding right now.
Let me see. Oh my God, dude. What is going on? What? Where was this at? Oh,
Sears just sent me this.
Ooh.
This is
again, this is crazy.
This is Bourbon Street.
Yo.
This is Bourbon and Canal. Yo, it's lifting cars off the street.
Damn.
Look, that's up to that man's knees.
Oh my goodness.
Like I literally just got home at like 1 o'clock this morning.
Let me look and see what's going on.
Like these. That's wild, yo. Like, look, bro, that's up to the tires.
I'm saying something saying Hurricane Barry. Is that Hurricane Barry?
It gotta be. Yo, like I literally like just think we could have missed a flight or anything. And this is this happened during the day. So this happened literally this morning.
It's called Hurricane Barry. Somebody just said start naming hurricanes after climate change deniers. Like, why is this name Barry rather than Hurricane Donald?
I'll tell you what, Hurricane Al Gore.
Sheesh, that would be super disrespectful, wouldn't it?
If we put the first names in it too, all names.
All right, well, shout out to New Orleans. Hopefully that's rough. I hope that works itself out.
I love New Orleans too, man. I was thinking, I was trying to play moving there.
Well, it's funny because when I went, it's kind of sad because you go and you want to look around, but you know that it's not the same and it'll never be the same as it used to be. Like the first time I went was after Katrina.
Yeah.
So,
but the part like Kansas City, the part that they preserve the most was the part that makes the money, i.e., the plaza. So, yeah. So like French Quarter is the same, but the city itself
is that new? Like it looked like it was daytime. So
yeah, like so mind you, like I said, I got home. I landed in Kansas City like one this morning.
Yeah.
So none of this was happening. Like it wasn't raining when I left. So that happened today.
Well, hopefully it's not too bad. I don't see anything like too drastic online or on the weather stuff.
Here's the worst part about it. A lot of people New Orleans is always full of tourists. Like it's not like it's tourist season. People just come to New Orleans. So there are people that are there that just got there. Like their trip is fucked off.
Yikes.
Woo, like just think like Essence Fest was just like 1 week like back. Yeah.
So well,
now what would you now?
I was talking about Aquaman.
Oh, I got a homegirl. It was a side note. She's talking about like if that happens again, she's like she's moving because she stays like 20 minutes outside of New Orleans, and so it doesn't affect her. But she works in New Orleans, so she works in like she's a nurse of some sort. She's like, so we can't work. We literally like I literally am just SOL on the outskirts.
Well, hopefully this works out for him.
Right. Talk about Moist Man.
Yeah, I feel stupid now talking about fucking Aquaman. Like,
look, he just sent it to me.
You need to take his ass down to New Orleans and fix it.
Talking about Aquaman. You trash.
Where are you, Aquaman? All right.
Where's Ja Rule?
Where's Ja Rule when you need him? What would Ja
Ja
Rule say about this?
Where's Ja?
All right. Okay, so basically, Jason Momoa.
Okay.
He is on vacation with his super duper hot wife.
Okay.
What's his wife's name? You know her, bro.
Bro, I've never seen
Lisa
Aquaman.
Bonet.
Really?
Yes, that's him.
Oh, okay.
So they're on vacation. He takes his shirt off. Paparazzi takes pictures, right?
What's he built like?
Well, you know he's built like he's like super shirt. He's like action hero guy, right?
Oh, okay.
Here's what's crazy though. It's because he they said he has dad bod.
Okay.
And they've been shaming his body because women can be such trash. Oh my God, I'm literally shaking right now. But like, they're shaming this man for having dad bod. Let me show you what they call dad bod, though. And this is why I said we'll never take our shirts off again.
If that's what they're considering dad
I'm
bod.
going to show you what dad bod is, fam. That's dad bod to them. This. Will this focus? This is dad bod. That's dad bod. So that's dad bod.
Now, mind you,
what's the point? Why are we even working out?
I'm gonna say, and you know, I've been in the gym heavy since January.
You're gross.
Disgusting.
You got dad bod.
I should have ate 20 more beignets.
What's the point? I literally see the D'Angelo V. And
here's the thing: you gotta think like athletes. He's in off season.
Bruh, they're shaming him. They're not just saying like, "Yo, where the at?" They're like shaming.
And it's women.
I'm literally shaking.
And like, here's what's weird: like, so women are doing what they don't want men to do to them.
Bro, I'm not paying no damn attention to these goofy ass people, man.
This thing still has pectorals.
Bro, apparently that's dad bod.
Who's like
who's dad? Exactly.
I'm about to say because they never saw my father.
I'm about to say whose dad's bod is that? Because that's nuts.
My father was rotund.
All right, so basically,
I would definitely if we had to pick between my father and him.
Self-esteem plummeted through the floor. Thanks, women of Twitter.
And that was why I was late getting it. Like why?
For what? To just be disgusting anyway?
I bet you.
We'll never be able to take our shirts off.
I bet you I eat a king size Twix when I leave from here. If that's
all right. So, speaking of
I hate people.
Never being in shape, this will help us though if you're trying to be in shape. I have a thing for ice cream. I love ice cream.
Really?
Yeah, I think ice cream's amazing.
It's a lot of empty calories in there.
It's trash. It's just pointless.
Yeah. It's
delicious though. And it's crazy because my favorite ice cream of all time.
You got licked on.
Oh my God, dude. Like Millennium Crunch by Bluebell just came back. Nigga.
No, she licked on Tin Roof. That's what she did.
How do you all right, if they sentence her to because all right, you know what they're gonna do to any minority doing stupid thing on social media.
20 years.
They gave her a dub.
Nah, well, here's the thing. They probably gonna give it to us.
Do you feel? Do you like? Where do you stand on this? Because you incriminate yourself on camera.
Well, that's
disgusting what you're doing.
Well, first off, any real G knows you never commit no crime on camera.
Well, they're doing it for the clout. They're doing it for and here's my thing. Like, what's the clout, bro? Because look, 5 years ago, just 2 years ago, clout. The word clout to me, it currently still means clout means.
So you did in the street though.
Not even, bro. Clout is like I got the.
Clout's like credit. Like you don't.
What's the correct word? I have the influence and reputation to make something move, to make a play, to make a call, and something changes financially for your well-being to whatever. That's clout, and that still is clout. And I feel like it's nuts that we got this whole generation that everybody's talking about clout. And what is clout if you can't make a play with?
Well, also people
people
try to turn the term drip and made it positive.
That is a weird thing because drip has never been a good thing prior to now.
Definitely not.
Drip too hard. You gonna fuck around and catch this wave? I don't want to catch the wave.
Bro, you gotta think we was in high school. That was a totally different sentence.
Drip too hard.
Nah, I'm good.
I just think it's crazy though. Like, if she gets 20,
I don't think they're gonna give her 20 because here's the thing. Well, we're minorities with 9. Well, I'm gonna say 9. Well, 9 violent acts. What they like to do is string us along in the justice system, which is typically give us an insane amount of like community service or probation. Should be on probation for like 15 years, something dumb. Can't get no tickets.
But why were you
licking ice cream? That's fucking disgusting.
That's not just like a dumb. Oh, I was young and stupid. Like, no, that's a
just full grown.
Exactly, and it's like a really disgusting fact. That's like
here's my thing.
You're spitting in people's food.
But here's my thing. She won't want me coming to my house with my dick and whatever she likes to eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so why would you think that it would be even entertaining? Like, who do you think would find that cute?
That's what I'm saying. That's really foul.
Like, something's wrong with you.
And I do feel there does need to be an example made. And if it's just this one person, like, all right,
bro,
the next person you catch doing it, like, don't give them like.
Bro, people are now terrorizing supermarkets. I saw a dude spitting into a jug of iced tea.
That's disgusting. And again, that goes back to my I'm trying to get back on my health kick or whatever. This definitely helped. 100% helped. And
which one is ice cream now?
That is disgusting.
Now everything I buy got to be individually wrapped.
Right, but I always check the seal on everything. Like if it doesn't or snap, I take it right back. Yeah. Like I can't eat anything.
But here's the other thing. So I didn't know this. When it comes to like tubs of ice cream, period, I guess they turn the tub upside down.
So it's supposed to freeze to the top?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Nah, I'm still cool.
But like, I guess if it doesn't,
a thin layer of saliva will also cause it to freeze to the top. Like, what are you talking about? Like, hell no. So,
so you made it sound so scientific.
So, all right, one more thing. I didn't realize it's gonna rock so long. I'm so happy that you guys are watching. I'm just taking out my friend, guys. That's how it works. All right, so, Delta. Delta Airline is going above and beyond with their customer service. Think about every damaged bag, every late. Oh, somebody's laptop's dead.
Told you.
Every
What else I said it had an error.
Every damaged bag or late flight you've ever had.
Oh no, man. That's it.
Does this work?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the weird charger.
Man, don't talk about my charger.
You got the weird charger, bruh. Oh, you know what? I think it's still working. All right, so
you weird, homie.
I'm not. Stop being weird. It's all good. I got it. Okay. All right, so Delta is going above and beyond with their customer service because a guy tweeted them recently. He tweeted Delta and he said, at Delta, excuse me, but this is outrageous. I just got sucked through the toilet hole.
What?
I just got sucked through the toilet hole in one of your aircrafts, and I am now hurtling through the sky. Can I get my money back? This never happens on Southwest. And Delta responded. They said, "Hello, Drew. I'm sorry to learn of this. Can you provide more detail to what occurred?" Drew just responds, "Got sucked through toilet." This is what killed me, bro. The impatience of got sucked through toilet hole. They're like, what did you understand about hurtling through the sky?
What more?
And then this guy chimes in, and he's at Delta. He says, "For fuck's sake, Delta!" Like, so shout out to Delta Airlines and their.
I'm sorry to learn of this. Can you provide more detail of what occurred?
Got sucked through toilet hole.
Like, what else do I need to say?
Duh. Do you not understand English? So shout out to Delta Airlines. I feel like we've had a successful first show.
Well, I was about to go.
What do you think? What are you doing?
I was going to go see if we can look through our
comments?
Yeah.
We'll get them next episode.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Much love to everybody that's watching episode number 1 in the books. Thank you for being
here. When now? Every
Wednesday, 9 o'clock.
Wednesday, 9 o'clock.
We're gonna start kicking off the music portion of this show where you can submit your music. We're gonna play your music on the show. We're going to plug your radio show.
Oh yeah, I guess I gotta get back to doing that now that I'm back in town.
Yeah.
Anyway, so every Monday through Friday, catch me on 104.7 FM. I probably recommend that you stream it at kojhfm.org from 4:35 to 6:35. It's the I-435 mix show. It's a lot different than the mix show, other urban mix show that Kansas City has, by the fact that we actually play new music while it's still new. We don't have to be confined to the same 25 clear channel, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then I also have another show on the horizon. It's it's my show and I forgot the name of it, but I finally have my R&B show coming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's called it's eyeQ's Rhythm Room. That's what it is.
Ooh.
eyeQ's Rhythm Room.
Ooh, sassy.
Yeah. So it'll be weekly, I think from like 8 to 10 on Thursdays. So just waiting to get the go ahead and do that. But yeah, most definitely. So.
And the dope thing about when you submit your music on our show, we're gonna have this little segment, and we might do separate episodes later. But you're actually gonna be able to be played on FM radio, so you can put that in your stats. I got FM radio play if you got your stuff BDS and all that good stuff.
Which we would highly appreciate. So yeah, most definitely. And I guess on another note, for the people that also are interested, it is on an FM channel. So I know a lot of you artists, for some odd reason, don't believe that you still have to make clean music or clean versions of your music. You still do.
Put the water, put the you know what I'm saying? Like a ludicrous word of mouth.
Yeah. Or DMX. DMX and Ludacris easily had the worst.
The best were the Tupac. With the oosh shopping.
And then next thing you know, it turned Tech Nine lyrics.
Crazy how that happened. Yeah, so make sure you reverse your cuss words, or you put a woman having an orgasm in place.
Which oddly, I don't know why.
How was that better than that?
Exactly.
I don't understand.
Exactly.
Much love. Keep dreaming big. Keep hustling hard. And we will see you next Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget about Undefeated Living. We're doing that too.
And we live in undefeated living. Oh yeah, Hawk's Hattery.
Oh yeah, I do got that too.
He has a hat store.
Hey man, I be out here doing stuff.
So put hats on your head, shoes on your car. Come to Urban Star when you need some tires. Hey man, we just dream big and hustle hard, baby. We just be dreaming big and hustling hard, baby. It ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Well.